So look at us, we're on our 4th week here. Cabin build. This is kind of like a truck channel too, I guess. But I got this guy right here. It's double jacks. I'm gonna put these on the axle and install the rear lift kit. It's supposed to be a lot easier than the front, so hopefully it goes pretty quick. Okay, it's the next day. I am back, and I couldn't do it yesterday because my mom had a plumber coming and he needed to come into the driveway. So I'm gonna do the back lift now. So this is the back, fully installed. You can see the spacer up there, that black thing. It's much higher. And just to show you in contrast, here's the one that's not done yet. It's like right there in the top right of the screen right now. It's like nothing. It's like maybe less than half the height. So, and then these bolts just look all bust up, where like these ones look really great, you know? So gonna make them both look the same. Okay, update on lift saga. Last one got removed. Here it is, all bald. I'm gonna hit this with a hammer a couple times, and then put the new one on. Hey, it's been a while. Over here, I'm gonna grab 10 bags of 80-pound bags of concrete from Lowe's here and take it up to the mountain. 4 in so far, 6 more to go. Then go grab some T-posts over at the garden section. I already paid for them. And the idea with this is I'm just trying to take up stuff around 1,000 pounds worth of stuff every week, because I don't want to get in a situation where I have too much to take in 1 week and I can't do it, right? So if I take up 10 pounds a week, maybe in a month or so, or 10 bags a week, 800 pounds, in a month or so, I'll have enough to pour all of my piers, the concrete kind of post that I'm going to use for the foundation of my cabin. So it's kind of just gonna, it's good to start going early. We're gonna do a lot of fencing today and tomorrow. That's pretty much what this whole video will be. It'll be a lot shorter, so hopefully it's not too boring. But maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll learn what not to do. Okay, bye. All right, so here's the T-posts right here. Just picked those up from Lowe's, along with 800 pounds of concrete, 10 bags, 10 80-pound bags. So now I'm just gonna probably make a stop at either Safeway or Foodland for some food and get on up to the mountain. Getting a late start today. It's almost like 3 or something, but gonna try camp tonight, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm here up on the mountain. Just unloaded 800 pounds of concrete right here. I probably need about 3 times this to do all the piers. This is about maybe it's 10 bags of 80, so 800, and 4 bags of 60, it's 240, so it's 1,040 pounds of concrete right there. Let's check out the water. So I didn't get a ton. I got a little bit though. So if you look in here, you can see I gained some. It was about maybe an inch lower. So that's about what I'll expect, depending on the weather. Like an inch a week with this system. Again, not anything you could like live off of, but better than nothing. And I can use that water for concrete, and in the future, after the concrete is done, I can use that for plants. Not really good for bathing. Definitely not good for drinking. Do not recommend. Will fail. Here we got our load. Things kind of toppled over a little bit. We got 20 something. I think I accidentally grabbed an extra. Don't tell the guy at Lowe's. I'll just accidentally take one less next time, but I think it's like 21. I meant to take 20, but I miscounted. Happens to the best of us. I mean, it must, because it happens to me. So this is where our house is gonna be. I've been kind of nailing down the design. It's a pretty small, 16 by 12, 16 wide by 12 long, or 20 long, with a little bit of a loft in there. And that's what we're gonna be using. So this area right here that I'm pointing at is where the house is gonna be. So we're gonna have like a good, you can see how far away the shed is. We're gonna have like a good 3-car width here that we can use for a garage, and eventually probably a carport, you know, that I can have 2 cars and maybe a small excavator backhoe, something like that. That's kind of the plan in the long run. Maybe eventually we'll even have gravel over here. Who knows? Anyway, let's get to work. I gotta plan out some of the fence posts, right? Okay, so we got our stuff measured out here. You can see the horses are quite curious on what's going on. They always want to come and see what I'm doing. So you can see I got it marked out every 6 feet. And then there's an 8-foot segment here and a 4-foot segment here. This right here is where the gate will be. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna eventually put in a wood post here, and it's gonna have 2 beams that go into that post with rebar or a spike. So it'll be like kind of a reinforced end. Then you can put a gate here. Okay, so I'm here in the middle of the night. Keep waking up. These horses are going crazy. They're using the fence posts as like scratching posts, and I think they're kind of this. There's like this line here, which is basically like a string so I could keep my fence post straight. You know, they line up pretty good. You see that? But they're kind of like playing with it. Like they're playing with the string. Yeah, you guys like the strings? They really love these fence posts. They've been scratching themselves on them like all night, like scratching their necks and their heads on them. And they kind of like break through these because it's kind of loose. He saw that one. He just got scared by it. But yeah, it's just, so they think I think maybe they've been in an electric fence before, so they're a little freaked out, but we're just hanging out in the middle of the night. Eventually this fence will block them from coming into my area, but it's just kind of a fun thing happening here. I'm gonna go back into my truck. Let me show you my bed. It's actually not that cold. It's a little chilly. I got another jacket I'm probably gonna put on. But yeah, so this is where I'm crashing. I got a little futon here, and yeah, pillow. I just crawl in here. It's pretty toasty once I pull the tailgate up here. So quite the adventure. I'm gonna get back to bed here, and I'll see you in the morning. Hey, what's up? It's kind of the middle of the night. I decided to wake up and move the truck a little because the back was a little bit low, and what I found is it was kind of uncomfortable because my head kept feeling like it had too much blood in it. So I made it now so it's a little bit the opposite. My feet are a little bit lower than my head now, so we'll see if this will be a bit more comfortable. It's pretty cold. Not sure if this is gonna work as a regular thing, but we'll see. Now that I changed the head thing, maybe it'll be a little bit better. I don't know. Tell you in the morning. a little experiment I had. I had a DeWalt car inverter, and I was going to try to see if I could heat water with it. It's not enough juice, not enough power. So now we're going to try with the generator. Gotta make that coffee. Okay, so inverter didn't work. So you can see the water is... Oh, it's getting close. It's getting there. So this is a bit of an overkill solution, but hell, it's working. It's alive! My ground here. So I just do this. This was not intentional. This is not some kind of special trick to make good coffee. I accidentally just had whole coffee beans in there. I don't know what I did, but something not smart. Think that's enough coffee for the day? So here's me measuring out the post every 6 feet. I spray a little line because I'm not exactly sure where it is going to be in one orientation, but I'm sure in the distance from the first post orientation. After I go in and make a bunch of lines, the next thing I do is I grab a bunch of string and I'll run the string from one pole to the next, like I'm doing here, and then I'll tie it up. This was a little difficult in this particular case because it was pretty windy, probably about 35 miles an hour winds up there. You would see hair blowing in the wind, but I have none. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. You can see I'm a little confused here. I'm like, this is a really windy. How am I going to get this string to be straight with this much wind without like breaking it? So I'm just kind of thinking, walking around. It was kind of difficult with this particular set of posts because they were all really curved because they were posts that have already been used already. So I intentionally used these posts far away from the area where I'll be living because I knew that they wouldn't look as good as the others. So here I kind of figured out what I'm going to do, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to make it tight as I can, and then I'll just kind of compensate for the curve from the wind visually. So that's something you can always do. If you can use the string as a reference, but if it's not exact, you can kind of try and compensate a little bit for it, and a lot of times it'll turn out better than not using the string at all. Again, it's hard to get everything perfect, and on this hill I really didn't need it to be perfect, so I wasn't too concerned about it. So it's Mother's Day, so I got to get going. I got about 40 posts up, 30 more to do next week, plus the gates and the electric, and then I should have a fully functional fence. Let me go show you what I did. Okay, so we started over here. You can see there's no lines on the fence yet. We're gonna add electric lines and insulators, but the fence goes all the way over here, down here, and then it goes up the hill a little bit. You can see it around the corner there. Let me zoom in for you. Oh, there's a horsey for our shot. Oh, horsey. Yeah, and then that will go basically all the way from horsey here, all the way down to that fence down there. You can't see the end of it, but it's about, I got about a little under 200 feet left to do. It's like 32-ish posts, 190 feet worth, so gotta buy 32 posts next time. And then I'll have all the fence up. Then I just gotta make the gate posts, which will be wood. Then I'll have a fully functional enclosed space. And you will not be able to get into my home anymore, horsey. Hello. Hello, horsey. It's red. Whenever a horse faces its back to you like that, go ahead and back away, especially if they seem startled. The danger zone is a horse's butt. Not because they're gonna fart on you, but they'll kick you, man. And that's when you get killed. So that fence right there to here, that's what I gotta do. So that little post right there to right here, that's what I'm gonna do when I get back. So I'll see you next week. Figured I'd add one more thing into here. We got a nene goose. These are common up here. You can't really see it that well, but a lot of them. A lot of them up here. Pretty cool. Endangered species.